Hello everyone. Today we will see on the same module 3. The topic is data acquisition systems and conversion. Also short form it is known as DAS, and the conversion of data acquisition system. Previous topic last class I had given that is you have to learn on your own some of the topics which I had put a presentation on signal conditioning systems. So mainly why we need the signal conditioning system, that is usually where we have the sensors at various places, and if we have to give these sensors, take the output from these sensors and give it to for reading or measurement, we need to have, because these sensors output will be of the low amplitude, we need to amplify, right? That is the maybe a voltage, say a transducer, strain gauge output, what we get is in terms of millivolts. Then we need to amplify that to get in terms of voltage, and then we have to see whether there are any other noises. If we are, that is usually low pass filters are used to reduce the noises or high frequency noise in the signal which we are getting. So we need to amplify the voltage or the output from the sensor, and then we need to reduce the noise, and also we need to check whether if you want to connect it to some other electronic devices, say computer or microprocessors, then we have to check the impedance of the that is the circuit. Two circuits, we cannot directly connect the two circuits, so we have to check the input from these amplifier circuit. That impedance should be matching with the computer circuit or your microprocessor impedance. So that matching has to be has to take place. I said, and also we need filter circuits. Usually low pass filters are used so that the high frequency signals are attenuated or they are reduced, and only the low frequency signals can be got. So just recall in the last presentation what I had put as the slides. Just remember on this block diagram, we need in a signal conditioning system, we need three terms, that is, one is a transducer or a sensor, then the signal conditioner. This signal conditioner can be an amplifier, or it can be a filter circuit or any other different types of circuits, and then mainly electrical circuits. Then we have then we have the data presentation unit, which can be some measurement scale device. Okay, signal conditioning is required to reduce noise, this I had already said. And what is the difference between mechanical amplification and electrical amplification? Usually we don't get in mechanical amplification, there are more number of errors, it's not precise, the data is not precise. In electrical signal conditioning, we get the precise data of precision of what is required. That data can be obtained by electrical signal conditioning. So that is why usually we go for electrical signal conditioning. Next, we have also seen what is the function of signal conditioning equipments. That is, it can be amplification, modulation or impedance matching, then data processing, data transmission, different types. And also I had put a block diagram in that slide on DC signal conditioning system and AC signal conditioning. The main difference between AC and DC signal conditioning system is, in a DC signal conditioning system, we don't have the AC output, or only there is no sensor, that is just check one block diagram we don't have in the DC signal conditioning system, which is there in the AC signal conditioning system. So I leave it to you so that you go through these the previous presentation which I had given. Now we will come for the today's topic, that is data acquisition systems. Mainly this data, so once we get the signal, after the signal conditioning system, we will be getting the signal in the pure form, that is, it will be amplified, and it will also be the filtered and also it can, maybe the impedance matching is done and all that. Now we have to give it to some computer so that we can save these datas. Main thing is, in many industries when we go, these sensors, they have to be, the datas from these sensors have to be saved, and for that reason, how these datas can be saved, so it requires some terms. So mainly DAS, data acquisition system, it is a system used for data processing, data conversion and data transmission and storage. It consists of individual sensors with signal conditioning. Then we need for the data processing mainly what are the components which we use, or what are the electrical circuits we use is the multiplexers. If we are converting to digital form, then we need sample and hold circuits. These are the two main circuits which are required for conversion in the data processing or data acquisition systems. Then other terms are there, just go through this. So this is a block diagram of a data acquisition system. You can see here different sensors, physical parameters. Say sometimes we will be getting only the temperature, right? And in some cases in the signal conditioning system we also need circuits which are passive transducers. I said active and passive transducers. In passive transducers we need the voltage source for these transducers, so that also come in the signal conditioning circuits. Okay, so these are the different sensors, then the signal conditioning circuit, and this is an analog multiplexer, right? So multiplexer is many inputs, one output, correct? So depending on which output you require, that output is given from taken from this analog multiplexer. Then it is converted to, if we want only in the analog form, it can be directly taken as a display in some meters. If you want to convert it or save it in some computer, then we need to convert it to digital form. So A to D converter, and then we can use it for printer, digital display and all those. So here we need this program control for analog multiplexers, because multiplexers we need to code this, right, as which output is required. So for both of these there is a program control which is given. Next we have the objects and configuration of data acquisition system. What are the objects? There are many objectives. So some of the objectives are, main thing is we need to check whether if we are using in an industry or a plant, we need to see that the proper working or the operation of the plant is taken place, and that is checked by these data which are acquired from the sensors. So that is very important, that we have to know that whether the industry is working properly. If there is a defect or if there is some fault somewhere, how do we check that? That is from these sensors we have to get the data in such a way that at which area the fault has occurred, that has to be checked. So that is all required, that all comes under this objective. So the data collection is very important, and how it works, that is very important for the proper working of the system or a plant or a industry. What are the configuration? What it requires? Data acquisition system. It requires number of channels to be monitored. Then these are important. Then sampling rate. Now if we are using a digital output, we have to save the data in the digital form. Then the sampling rate is very important, because the higher the number of sampling rate, then your result will be accurate. Digital output will be accurate. Next, digital signal conditioning requirement for each channel, resolution, accuracy, cost, all these terms. Now general configuration what we have is, we can have single channel or we can have multi-channel, and we also have some noise reduction, that is for filters, and then integrating converters. These come under noise reduction option. So these kind of circuits we can have for DAS, data acquisition system. Now we will see the main data acquisition. What are the different types of data acquisition system? We can have analog data acquisition system and automated automated data acquisition system. In analog, you can see analog data acquisition system. It consists mainly of a signal conditioning and a DAC board, data acquisition system. So which consists of multiplexer, amplifier and ADC. If we require output in the digital form, we require a ADC, analog to digital converter, registers, all those. So here this mainly consists of the multiplexer, amplifier circuits, all those. Then that is given to a processor or a computer, and it is given to a output device, a monitor or a recorder, which is in the digital form, right? So the input to this will be in the analog form, and then it is converted to digital DAC, that is data acquisition card board, that is card. DAC is data acquisition card, that different data is acquired and then is processed. It should be converted to a digital form which should be given to the computer and then to the output. In automated DAS we have different types. Automatically we can also get the signals. Whatever signal is obtained at the sensor, we can get it at the computer. So that there are different types. So one is the data loggers, which is used mainly in the thermocouples. So when we are using a thermocouple, there is a difference in the junction, right? So it can monitor many large number of sensors, and these sensors are fed to the multiplexer, amplifier and A to D, and the A to D converter, where from the digital output from this A to D converter can be processed to the microprocessor. So mainly in the large number of sensors, the data loggers are used. This is for plug-in, that is now in this case if we are using a thermocouple, plug-in boards, it is connected previous to the signal conditioning prior to the inputs to the board, depends on the sensor concerned. So depending on which sensor we are using, we need to give this different signal before the signal condition we need to give different circuits. Now say if you are using a strain gauge, we need to have a Wheatstone bridge, because the strain gauge is a passive element, passive sensor. We need to also give a voltage supply to the sensor, and we need to check the linearization, that is the output what we are getting from this, whether it is similar to the input, that is the strain gauge linearly varying with the input. So that we need to check. So these are the different circuitries which are required if you are using a strain gauge. If you are using a thermocouple, then we need to amplify the temperature, right, and we need to check whether the cold junction compensation, linearization, all these. So that is the computer with plug-in boards. So each sensor will have different plug-in boards, and then that is connected to this board which is connected to the computer. Okay, those are the two types in automated DAS. Now the second type in data acquisition system is a single channel DAS, where we have a single input, and that is given to the analog to digital converter, which is given to a buffer. So buffer is, before giving to a digital computer, we need to check whether the data which are given to the computer is okay. So that is why we need this buffer, to check whether the data given to the computer is protecting the computer from any harm. So that is why this buffer circuit is given and then given to the digital computer. So you just go through this. What are the single channel DAS? Okay, multi-channel. In multi-channel we have different types of data acquisition system. Multi-channel analog multiplexed system. So in this analog multiplexed system, you can see we have a multiplexer, and before that the analog system we have the different inputs. After signal conditioning, it is given to the multiplexer, and then from this one output is given to the A to D converter for digital conversion, and then it is given to the sample and hold for the next signal. Sample and hold is for digital conversion, right? So to wait for the next signal, and then through the sample and hold it is given back to the A to D and so on. Buffer, I told, it is to protect the computer from any the data which are given to the computer has to be within the limits or the frequency, baud rate, all those. So that has to be done by these buffer circuits. Okay, so that is on the, what we just saw is multi-channel analog multiplexed system. Okay, analog multiplex system. So analog inputs are multiplexer, they are taken as a multiplexer, multiplexing the output of sample hold. So now the sample and hold, not from the analog, we will be getting the signal, this signal conditioning, then we directly give to the multiplexer in the previous case. In this case what we are doing is, first we are using the sample and hold. From this sample and hold they are given to the multiplexer, and one output is taken from the multiplexer. What's the advantage of this type of sample and hold? When we are using the sample and hold and then we are taking, this will be, the data will be more accurate, because sample and hold for each of the individual sensor outputs we will be giving. So this will be more accurate, and the output which we get is a better one than compared to the previous type of. So go through this. So that is why you can see here their applications are radar and fire control, wind tunnel measurements. In all these kind of multiplexing is a DAS system is used. Multiplexing, next we have is multiplexing after A to D conversion. So see here, after A to D conversion we have the multiplexer. So just check with this. So then the processor directly the multiplexer we have here, A to D, this is analog, sample and hold, A to D converters. Then we have a digital multiplexer. So that is the difference in digital. In this case, since this is a very precise type of DAS system, multiplexing after A to D conversion, in which we have the digital multiplexer after all these stages. So sample and hold, ADC, processor, then buffering, then the digital multiplexer, then we can give to the computer directly. So this uses a lot of the expensive, this kind of data acquisition system is more expensive than compared to the other. So if your data is very precise, we require a very precise data, then we have to go for this multi-channel DAS system. Next, multiplexing low level. Now if we are using a low level signal and we are not very much bothered about the output is very precise, then we can go for a low level, that is multiplexing many number of multi-channel we can use. All the inputs can be taken, and then in the end we can multiplex that and give it to the buffer and so on. So it is a single high quality data amplifier for handling multi-level low level inputs, multi-channel low level inputs. When very high number of and all having low level outputs need to be monitored, then we use this multiplexing low level data type of DAS. What are the applications of data acquisition system? Data acquisition system, if we are using analog, wide bandwidth and low accuracy can be tolerated, so we need not bother about the accuracy. If we are going for digital DAS, data acquisition system, then we need to have a lot of components, that is we need to have the filter circuits, noise reduction, and we need to have proper buffer circuits, multiplexer circuits, all those. So the physical when physical quantity has a narrow bandwidth, these are high accuracy, low per channel cost is required, and the system is complex than the analog system. So we need a lot of circuitries to get a very clear data from the sensors. Since I said there may be noise in the sensor output, that has to be reduced. Then once it is reduced, sample and hold circuits have to be used to get the digital output. The sampling should be very high, sampling rate per sample should be very high to get a very accurate signal. So that all comes in the digital DAS, data acquisition system. So next I have just summarized whatever we have seen in this presentation. So just go through this, and that's all for today. I'll close for today. Okay.